I think it's an exceptionally rare thing that people seek true adventure. Because to have adventure, one must have discomfort, because in discomfort lies the most precious thing, the unknown. Uncertainty and challenge, new experiences. When my brother visited recently, he and I embarked on something I would certainly call an adventure. We wanted to travel to the local vintage stock, a nerd culture store with no doubt countless untold treasures. However, one does not simply travel in this modern world. What, were we supposed to support the exploitative automotive industry? No, we just walked. How hard could it be, after all, to simply walk there? We'd estimated a 3-hour round trip, 90 minutes on the way, 90 back, but our odyssey instead spanned 7 hours that day, and to top that, it was lousy with rain. Our meager weatherware had ill-prepared us for the deluge of damp, sickly muck and bile that the muddy streets and skies of Tulsa would throw our way. The trip to vintage stock was, truthfully, the most tiring part. Miles of senseless urban mazes incorrectly scaled, seemingly to spite human life, which stretch far beyond the horizon. Nothing much to see, not another soul in sight, but instead endless passenger vehicles bumping and scratching down the roadways at unsafe speeds. It was a test of patience and resolve, and we were already quite soaked upon our arrival. But thankfully, the fair business vintage stock was rather welcoming of our sodden bodies as we sat upon their floor, examining cheap Yu-Gi-Oh cards for a time. And hey, we'd arrived. We were there. We'd done it. But there is something dangerous about overcoming a great ordeal. It makes you wish for more. And that strip mall that we arrived at, to us, it may as well have been a completely different township, so difficult was the road there. We met all manner of folk and all sort of storefront upon our arrival, even a magician who ran his own shop and was rather friendly in demonstrating the tools of his trade, though he did, much to my admitted enjoyment, seem shocked when we told him we'd walked miles all this way in the rain. Thereafter, we'd stop to rest at an inn, the Barnes & Noble, I believe it's called, to read the 12th entry in a fantasy series which I'd honestly never heard of, unpack our provisions, and discuss our next moves. But in spite of our best efforts, we did then wander around lost for a while the rain continued to beat at us with increased fervor. My brother, in exasperation, asked, "Why is everything so big? I feel like a toy in Toy Story," as he glanced at the monolithic, overwhelming gray structures blotting the skyline. But still, we kept trudging on, somewhat aimlessly, until we came across this giant of a man. He was the only other traveler on these roads in this dreadful weather, and he wasn't much for conversation. He regrettably left our company as swiftly as he joined, but all the same, he seemed a kind sort. My brother and I eventually stumbled into a family eatery, seeking refuge, where we soaked their floors again. They were, thankfully, very gracious about our profound moistness as we consumed their products. Then it was time to head back, so we walked, as we had been all day, carrying our sore bodies some more miles down the same road we'd started upon. I collapsed at a Burger King, while my brother visited a nearby Forbidden Realm, and there we waited until my roommate arrived in his well-worn chariot to whisk us home. Many battles were won, a few treasures obtained, but it is the experience which was, and always will be, most precious. It is a rare thing to make travel like this, a rare thing to deliberately discomfort oneself in the name of exploration. But I implore you, do travel into the ghastly torrents, do look beyond that mysterious creek, do visit that one particular store whose name has baffled you since time immemorial. Adventure is not dead, and with adventure comes a new appreciation for all life's trials. Seek the beauty, splendor, and challenge in mundane life, and you will never find yourself at loss for wonder.